WSIP Paintsville, Kentucky, and now here's Hylo Brown and all the Timberliners.
All right, thank you so much, Bob, and a great big howdy to all you neighbors out there that might be tuned in on us. Today, we would like to say welcome to about 30 minutes of country picking and singing we have lined up for you that we hope you're going to enjoy just a whole lot, neighbors. Of course, a little bit later on, we're going to tell you where yours truly and all the Timberliners, along with the little darling, is going to be picking and singing right here in Paintsville, Kentucky tonight. Of course, we'll tell you about that just a little later on in the program. Right now, we'd like to call on Mr. Tater Tate over here, reared back with the old fiddle. He's reared back like a jaybird. Jimmy Fox is sitting back here on his bass fiddle. The little darling is sitting over here on the corner. I believe he's threatening us, ain't he?
On the barber.
Sure is. Jim Smoke reared back with the 5-string banjo. Tater Tate's got one with the old fiddle he calls Cricket Hop. Thank you so much, Tater Tate and the old fiddle. One entitled The Cricket Hop. That's a real fine job there, Tater.
Thank you.
Kind of caught me off guard there, didn't he, little darling? He sure did. Yeah, he really kicked into high speed there. If he gets us over here at the Memorial Football Field tonight at the fairgrounds over there, as fast as he got us started there on the last, we'll get over there in plenty of time for a big show, neighbors. Don't forget, we will be over there picking and singing tonight at the Memorial Football Field for the fair right here in Paintsville, Kentucky at the Johnson County Fair. You neighbors kind of keep that in mind. Come out and be with us because we've got along a lot of that good Martha White self-rising flour and cornmeal that we're going to be passing out to you neighbors over there. Right now, we'd like to do one of the older tunes that we have out on Capitol Record, one that we call Get Lost You Wolf. I've been around this world a lot, I've had a lot of fun. I'm sometimes in the money and I'm sometimes on the bum. I've had my share of loving with the women I've away, but last night in a country town things turned the other way. I walked up to a pretty girl, I thought I'd have my way, for she had lots of smiles for me but not a word to say. I took her boldly by the hand with a heart so light and gay. When I rose up off the ground, these words I heard her say: Get lost, drop dead, be gone, you wolf, I say. What makes you think that you're so cute, you're getting in my way? I've been around a bit, my lad, and I ain't no one's fool. Get lost, drop dead, be gone, you wolf, you're nothing but a fool. What makes you think you're cute, my lad, as if no one could see? Why, you've got hayseed in your hair, you're bending at the knees. I'm a-telling you, you're just a fool, you'd better be on your way. I turned around, my head dropped down, once more I heard her say, get lost, drop dead, be gone, you if I say. What makes you think that you're so cute, you're getting in my way? I've been around a bit, my lad, and I ain't no one's fool. Get lost, drop dead, be gone, you wolf, you're nothing but a fool. Me, one entitled Get Lost, You Wolf. That's one of our older tunes that we have out on Capitol Record, neighbors. The little darling was sitting over here right back laughing at us. We're going to put him to work, though, just a little bit later on in the program. Jim Smoke's going to have to go back home, I reckon. His banjo's out of tune. Me. Neighbors, we'd like to gang around with the Timberline Quartet and do a sacred song for you folks. We get an awful lot of requests for this one particular number on all of our radio and television programs. Of course, we have a tour of television shows up through the state of West Virginia, up through Parkersburg and Clarksburg, Bluefield and Wheeling, West Virginia. This is one of the quartet numbers we get an awful lot of requests for. We call No Hiding Place Down Here. Well, the devil, he wear the hypocrite shoe.
Hypocrite shoe.
The devil, he wear the hypocrite shoe.
Hypocrite shoe.
The devil wears the hypocrite shoe. You don't watch him slip it on you. There's no hiding place down here. There's no hiding place down here. There's no hiding place down here. Well, I went to the rock to hide my face. The rock cried out, no hiding place. There's no hiding place down here. Sister Mary, she wears a golden chain.
Golden chain.
Sister Mary, she wears a golden chain.
Golden chain.
Sister Mary wears a golden chain. Every link in Jesus' name. There's no hiding place down here. There's no hiding place down here. There's no hiding place down here. Well, I went to the rock to hide my face. The rock cried out, no hiding place. There's no hiding place down here. Well, the devil wears the hypocrite shoe. Mary wears the golden chain. I went to the rock to hide my face. The rock cried out, no hiding place. There's no hiding place down here. There's no hiding place down here. One entitled No Hiding Place Down Here. Neighbors, we hope you enjoyed that just a whole lot. That's one of the older hymns, No Hiding Place Down Here. We got Jim Smoke over here on the 5-string banjo. He's got a real fine one picked out for you neighbors today. This is one of the tunes that Jim's going to be picking over at the fairgrounds tonight, right here in Paintsville, Kentucky. Over at the Memorial Football Field, we're going to be over there for a show. I believe the first show gets underway about 7:30 over there. Is that right, Jim?
7:30.
About 7:30. You neighbors kind of keep that in mind and come on out and be with us. We'll do our best to show you a real good time. Jim Smoke and the 5-string banjo and Farewell Blues. happened to the little dance you always do on the end of that, Jim? He always gives Little Darling competition on that tune there. He always does a little dance on the end, and that makes Little Darling have to work that much harder when he comes. Speaking of the Little Darling, what do you say let's coax him to come up here and sing a song for us? Of course, you folks can't see him dancing here in the studio, but you can sure see him over at the Memorial Football Field tonight over here at the fairgrounds right here in Paintsville, Kentucky at the Johnson County Fair. Little Darling, come on in here and come in to talk.
Okay, thank you, Hi Boy. I tell you, I ain't gonna do very much talking. I just want to say before I sing, kindly apologize to the people out there. They may think I'm doing imitations. See, I'm gonna sound so much like Bing Crosby on this song, and cause of it is a cold I've got, see. So let's try it, boys, just 1 year. Just 1 year since you told me you loved me.
Oh, sing it, Elvis.
And said love we never would part. But a link in the chain has been broken, leaving me with a sad and aching heart. Will you take back everything that I gave you? Your ring, that little lock of hair. Keep the card with your picture, sweetheart, on it. There'll never be another girl so fair. Hand in hand, we walked along together. Hand in hand, we walked along in pride. Hand in hand, we walked along together. Honey, down by that big riverside. Take it, boy. I'll take back everything that I gave you. That ring, that little lock of hair. But keep the card with your picture, sweetheart, on it. There'll never be another girl so fair. Hand in hand, we walked along together. Hand in hand, we walked along in pride. Hand in hand, we walked along together. Honey, down by that old riverside. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, man, that fine Little Darling. I'm telling you, Little Darling tore the microphone up. It just keeps going down here. Thank you so much. That's the one and only Little Darling. What was the name of that song, anyhow? Just 1 year.
Just
buddy.
1 year. That's a real fine job, Little Darling. Tate, can you, maybe we can get Bill Barker in here to raise the microphone up for us just a little bit. Bob Meek in there was getting a big kick out of the Little Darling singing there. The Little Darling was dancing a little bit there, too. Thank you so much. Bill Barker just come in and fixed the microphone for us. I believe this is the first time that some of the fellas, and Little Darling has just run over the telephone here in the studio. Thank you so much, Little Darling. That's some of the singing that Little Darling's going to be doing over at the fairgrounds tonight, right here in Paintsville, Kentucky. And, of course, I believe Bob Meek and Bill's going over tonight. Is that right? Y'all going over tonight? They're going to be over there, too. Real wonderful fellas, Bob and Bill is. We've been knowing Bob and Bill for quite some time now, and we found them to be some real wonderful fellas, and they're doing a great job for country music, spinning them good country records. Keep the good work up, fellas. We sure do appreciate it. Neighbors, here's a number that we get more requests for than anything we do. We started doing this number down on Channel 3 in Huntington, West Virginia, about a year ago, neighbors, and we received so much mail for it, and we get so many requests yet for this one particular tune. We hope you like it just a whole lot. We call Cabin on the Hill.
Child at home.
There's a happy child at home.
In my memory I can see.
In my memory I can see.
Standing out upon a hill.
Standing out upon the hill. Neath the shadow of a tree. Neath the shadow of a tree.
If I only had my way.
If I only had my way.
It would give my heart a thrill.
It would give my heart a thrill.
Just to simply wander back.
Just to simply wander back. to the cabin on the hill, to the cabin on the hill. Oh, I want to wander back.
Oh, I want to wander back to the cabin on the hill,
to the cabin on the hill,
neath the shadow of a tree,
neath the shadow of a tree. I would like to linger still, I would like to linger still,
just to be with those I love,
just to be with those I love.
Joy my heart would overfill,
Joy my heart would overfill,
and I want to wander back,
and I want to wander back to the cabin on the hill, to the cabin on the hill.
Of it all,
But the saddest of it all,
I can never more return,
I can never more return
to the happy child at home,
to the happy child at home. Matters not how much I yearn, matters not how much I yearn,
but I have a better home,
but I have a better home,
where they'll never come a near,
where they'll never come a near.
'Tis a mansion in the sky,
There's a mansion in the sky, and it stands upon a hill, and it stands upon a hill. Oh, I want to wander back.
Oh, I want to wander back to the cabin on the hill,
to the cabin on the hill,
neath the shadow of a tree,
neath the shadow of a tree. I would like to linger still, I would like to linger still,
just to be with those I love,
just to be with those I love.
Joy my heart would overfill,
Joy my heart would overfill,
and I want to wander back,
and I want to wander back to the cabin on the hill, to the cabin on the hill. One of our most requested numbers entitled Cabin on the Hill. We hope that you neighbors enjoyed that just a whole lot. Neighbors, we'd like to tell you once again we're going to be over here at the Memorial Football Field tonight at the fair over there. The show gets underway about 7:30, I think it is, and you neighbors come out and be with us because we got a real fine show lined up for you that we hope that you'll enjoy just a whole lot. Of course, the little darling is going to be over there doing his famous pork chop dance. Little darling said he'd be over there starring tonight, said for you neighbors to come on out and be with him. We always bring along a lot of the good Martha White flour and cornmeal that we pass out to you neighbors on each and every one of our personal appearances. Come on out and be with us. We'll show you a good time over there. Little darling wants to shake hands with a lot of people over there tonight, and so would I and the rest of the fellas too, because we have a lot of friends up in this part of the country. In fact, I was born and raised just down the road here, about 6 miles. Bob Meek and my daddy and his daddy used to mine coal together. Is that right, Bob? Down here in the hills of Kentucky. That was the good old days, wasn't it? Sure was. Of course, Bob and I were just little fellas, but we still remember it, don't we, Bob? We'd like to do the latest one that we have out on Capitol Record, neighbors, entitled The Thunderclouds of Love. Your love hit me just like a flash of lightning. It came pouring from the thunderclouds of love. At first a turn of love was frightening. Now I know that it was sent from God above. I had been praying for nights on end for someone who could make me live again. Then all at once, from the darkness of my heart, there grew a light. The light was your love, fell like rain. No more will I ever be lonely, 'cause I'll always have you here with me to love. An angel sent or an angel coming to fill my heart with thunderclouds of love. I had been praying for nights on end for someone who could make me live again. Then all at once, from the darkness of my heart, there grew a light. The light was your love, fell like rain. someone who could make me live again. Then all at once, from the darkness of my heart, there grew a light. The light was you love. Fell like a rain, fell like a rain, fell like a rain, fell like a rain. We didn't record that just exactly like that, Bob. We kind of left the rumba beat out of the record. We about to decide to record that nowhere again. One entitled "The Thunderclouds of Love." I'll tell you, I'd like to hear Tater Tate and Jimmy Fox and Jim Smoke back here sing a trio, wouldn't you, little darling?
I believe I would, buddy.
All right, we'll see if we can't coax them into singing a trio number. They got some real fine ones that they do, if you can just ever get them to doing them. How about that one, "Send Me the Pillow That You Dream On"? You remember the one old Flapjack used to do?
Yeah.
Send me the pillow you dream on. Jimmy and Jim and Tater Tate.
Send me the pillow that you dream on. Don't you know that I still care for you? Send me the pillow that you dream on, so darling I can dream on it too. At night when I'm sleeping oh so lonely, I dream again the dreams that we once knew. Send me the pillow that you dream on, so darling I can dream on it too. Send me the pillow that you dream on. Maybe time will let our dreams come true. Send me the pillow that you dream on, so darling I can dream on it too. I've waited so long for you to write me, to share again the love that we once knew. Send me the pillow that you dream on, so darling I can dream on it too. So darling I can dream on it too.
Hey, fellas, that's fine. That's real fine.
Pretty?
Little darling says that's the finest trio this side the Mississippi River. That's real fine. Jim Smoke and Tater Tate and Jimmy Fox. Send me the pillow that you dream on. Neighbors, don't forget us tonight over here at the Memorial Football Field. We'll be over there picking and singing with a little country show that you might enjoy. Of course, the little darling, he'll be along with us too over there. As a fella says, he'll be over there cutting up like a pair of scissors. How do you like that joke, little darling? Little darling and me tells jokes to one another once in a while. I tell you, I can't keep this guitar in tune today. Put a new set of strings on it. It's getting so a set of strings won't hardly last 3 years at all anymore.
I think your guitar's what's wrong with my banjo.
Is that what's wrong with your banjo? I tell you what, I'm going to take this thing and trade it for a bushel of seed corn.
You boys both got in a plug about your new strings, didn't
Yeah,
you?
we sure did. That's what I said, little darling. It's getting so a set of strings won't last over 3 years anymore at all. Anybody's got a bushel of seed corn, bring it over tonight. I might trade this guitar to it if it don't do a little better. Little darling's got a mandolin here. Some of the fellas has left a mandolin in the studio up here, and the little darling's walking around with it. He's wanting to. You want to pick one, little darling?
Oh, well, let's just wait a little while.
You want to wait till tonight, huh? Will you play? Is that a promise? Will you play the mandolin tonight over at the
My
fairgrounds?
fingers get any better.
Oh, all right. Me, I don't know what to tell you, little darling. You fine young. And neighbors, we don't mean a thing. We just like to have a little fun as we go along. I'd like to do another tune here for you that we have on record. Tater Tate will get us started on this one that we call The Shuffle of My Feet. city now is sleeping, its coast has slowed down. The streets are all deserted, they've almost lost their sound. I walk the lonely sidewalk, my heart way down deep, but the only sound that I hear is the shuffle of my feet. I stare into a window, my mind is miles away. Your face is everywhere I go, I can't live on this way. A red light slows my progress, then I cross the street, but the only sound that I hear is the shuffle of my feet. Came up to a small cafe and entered into the gloom. I remember how many times we'd sat together in this room. I couldn't stand it any longer, I stumbled blindly into the street. Tears came down, but the only sound was the shuffle of my feet. Was the shuffle of my feet. Was the shuffle of my feet. One entitled The Shuffle of My Feet, neighbors, done pretty good for us throughout this great nation of ours. Neighbors, our time has just about caught up with us. We would like to say that it's been a real pleasure to visit with you folks out in Radio Land, and of course all the folks that we've met in Paintsville since we've got in town today. Folks have been real wonderful to us here at the radio station too, neighbors. Don't forget, once more, we'd like to remind you that we're going to be over at the Memorial Football Field right here in Paintsville, Kentucky tonight for a show. I think the show gets underway over there along about 7:30. Neighbors, until we see you again, once more, it's been a pleasure to visit with you up here in Paintsville, Kentucky, and all the fellas here at WSIP radio station. Till we see you again, we'd like to say lots of good luck to you, and God bless you.